Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss about app marketing and app development, how I do my app business and I have read somewhere that if you want to succeed online, you need multiple sources of income and app market is really a very good source of income if done correctly. But I'll be discussing all the challenges and everything that goes about running an app business. So currently I have couple of actually many apps right now as you can see, and it's a 5 year, basically 5 year of hard work. So this is not sentence a year five, let's just go to this year. So this is a 5 year of hard work. This is a very simple dashboard that I use to track all my apps and how they are performing. Of course I had to hide the app name because I have seen people going to the apps and leaving bad reviews and stuff, and I would recommend to hide your project because at the end of the day you make projects for your view, for the people who are going to use the app rather than people who will create a copy. Nowadays it's very easy to create a copy. So let's just start. All right, so we are going to discuss about, hold on one second, yeah, we're going to discuss about app development and marketing. So for the development part right now, I recommend you to focus on only app marketing because nowadays developing an app is fairly easy in comparison to 3-4 years ago. So I'm going to start with a very basic question that you have to answer before starting the development, that do you want to develop for Android or Apple, right? These are two giants of the basically of the smartphone industry, and these are the only two operating systems that you need to be worrying about and creating. So for the development cost, this is basically going to define your development cost, right? So for Apple the development cost is a little bit higher, for Android it's a little bit lower. So whatever the case is, if you, and then now you have to think about the geo and user base, right? So whatever your geo is, so if you are going for tier 1 countries, you're going to go with Apple and Android both. If your user base is mostly in tier 3, tier 2 countries, you can go with Android. Now you can create for Apple, but you have to do it in the later stages once the once the Android app is start to make some money, and then you have to go. All right. So now for the research part, there are app store ranking, and then you have to find the demand. All right. So we are going to do the exact thing right now. So let's just go. So what we are going to do is we're going to go to this website. This is sensortower.com. Sensortower.com is a website which is basically a database of all the apps that are currently ranking high on the App Store. All right, it has Apple Store. So here the Apple Store, and this is the Android Store for Google, right? So let's just say you want to create for Apple. So we're going to go for Apple, and here you can pick the device also. I recommend iPhone because most people has iPhone, and yeah. So let's just see. We're going to go with US market. Here's something that you should keep in mind. If you are going for US market, it is extremely competitive. It's extremely competitive, and you have to be very careful because in US market people clone projects and people copy projects a lot. So you have to be very smart when it comes to creating apps. So let's just say we want to go with a little bit obscure market. I recommend when you are starting out, go with a market that you either you belong from that country and understands the market very well, or you have some understanding that this is something that you can approach in a way that you can create for other countries also. For example, let me give you an example. For example, ChatGPT, right? So ChatGPT is highest downloaded and highest grossing app. ChatGPT is a global app, right? So now they don't have to worry about that they are in the US market or anywhere, because it's very hard to copy. You cannot just create a large language model and create a ChatGPT like app overnight. Yes, it is fairly easy now, but when it came out, it was not that easy. So just keep that in mind. So let's just say I would recommend you to go with countries that not many people cater to, right? Let's just say we are going to go with hold on, let me see. Let's say we're going to go with Brazil. All right, let's see what Brazil app market looks like. So for Brazilian app market, as you can see, these are the apps. paid apps and stuff, what these apps are doing. So we can see here, you can see the Brazilian currency here. So the Minecraft app is ranking, the other games are ranking and stuff. So what this helps you, but whenever you are doing this, you have to understand what is the culture of that country, right? What they like. So if you want to create something that is somewhat similar to what is already being installed, so let's just check out. It also has a category part. So I recommend you to go and check out the categories before you decide. So overall is already selected. They got books, business, developer tools, education, entertainment, finance. Now, something that I want you to keep in mind is the concept of purchasing power. There are two revenue sources that every app has. All right, only two revenue sources. You have to keep in mind: in-app purchases and ad revenue. And there is one more, but that is what? That's the paid downloads. Paid downloads are, so let's just discuss this before we move forward. When we talk about ad revenue, these free download apps, most of the time they make money with ad revenue. That's how they make their money. What ad revenue or direct sales? As this Temu is making money by what? It's an e-commerce store, so they make money with direct sales. But with paid downloads, it has a price tag at the point of time when they are trying to install it on their device. So it's an upfront money that comes to the developer, right? And then the whatever platform you're doing is going to take its cut and it's going to give you the rest of the money. And then there are top grossing, and this is what I want you to keep in mind. These are the apps that make the most money. Top grossing apps are the highest money making apps available on the market, because the data is not available for e-commerce stores. Of course, e-commerce apps and stuff are the exception to that, but you can always put them in the top grossing, because top grossing is what? In-app purchases. They don't have the data for in-app purchases, but of course e-commerce websites are what? In-app purchases. They create an app, they put it on the app store, and then people buy it, and then people get the app and then buy stuff from the app, right? So now, as we can see, these are the apps, all right? So what you should do is you should understand the purchasing power. So in the purchasing power world, the highest purchasing power is in the finance niche. Finance niche has the highest purchasing power. So let's just check out. So this one is HP12C financial calculator. So let's see what this app is all about. Right, let me just check the time also. So we are at 7:51. All right, we got sufficient time. Let's just check out this. So here we can see the revenue is less than 5. Revenue is $5,000, $5,000, 5,000 installations. Second number on the paid apps, and here we can see the, and one thing I can do is select the region. So region, yeah. One more thing, when you are on the sensor tower, right, we can do one more thing. Let's just copy this. Whenever you are doing research on the sensor tower, always do this. Copy this, put it on play, and then check out if the same app that is here, is it ranking here also. It's not ranking here, so we can see that app is only for what? For iPhones, right? Now, here's something that I want you to understand. In Brazil, people who can afford the iPhone already has a higher purchasing power, all right? So they have Polymarket app also is available here. For some reason, Polymarket is available. So let's just see what's going on here, all right? So here we can see on the Android market, you can see more niche apps. Because why? Because Android has a higher market penetration in the area, in the country of Brazil, right? So here you can see the local language apps, right? All the apps in the local language. So what I want you to do is go and open this first one. So page is removed from the platform, right? What's going on here? So these are what mobile bill paying apps. So bill paying apps are not necessarily something that we can go and basically use. So as I can see, mobiles, I think it's mobile bill paying app. hold on 1 second. Alright, so we can do one thing. We can just go here and we are going to right click, translate to English. Mobile number and personal